Hi everyone, welcome to the day 11. So now you know what we are building on. We are building social media app. What the front end technology we have chosen, that is Vue.js. So we will delve deep into it and understand that how to build social media app using Vue.js. But for that we have finished our UI part, and these are different things it has, right? So one thing I can see is two things is common, like this board here in the sign up and in the login. It is same, right? And similarly, what I can see, the sidebar in our application of other than login and sign up page has same. So these are the two things known as component. So every page which has a single fixed component, which is single fixed design or something that is used everywhere, is known as component. So we will use these days to build first component, and then what are things required in different pages. So actually we are building a SPA, single page application. So it should not be a pages. It should be a route to specific component of that page itself. So let's say you are going towards comment section. So it's a section of that page which will be shown up. Let's say you are going to notification section. So it is a section of that page which will shown up. Now one thing I want to let you know. So let's say I am in one of the pages. Let's say I am in the Jira, and where we are tracking everything. Now you can see we are on some page and it's written as Scrum list, right? And now let's move to calendar, and we can see it changes to board/1/calendar. Now similarly, if we go to board, we can see board/1. So it means have one board, right? So let's see in a black backlog, what we can see, nothing is there. So similarly, we can see the thing has changed, board one backlog. So let's go back to list. So you can see what are these things. So let me tell you what every component is all about. So this is about the URL. Whole is a URL, and in that the first part is HTTP or HTTPS, that is known as the protocol. What is that? Something that guide us that this is the rule which through which you have to pass the data, you have to accept the data, or you have to work around the data. So there's a what does mean of HTTPS and HTTP? What the difference? So S stand for secure. So secure means let's secured by some firewall, secured by some of the licenses, and all sort of those things. You can achieve that by following some protocols and other sort of those things, or buying some licenses when you're deploying something. So that is the thing. Now this part, this is the thing, or this is the what I say, name of the website. So that is linked. So Atlassian is the provider. Atlassian.net is the provider, and Avneet Raman is my name. So that is one of the user, and it making that as a URL in the URL part. So this is the main website link. Now what is this? So this is one of the tool of Atlassian. There are multiple tools like Trello or anything could be there. So for that, it divides that part that you have to work on the Jira part. So it is saying Jira. Now in the Jira, what type, a specific type of thing we are doing? We are doing projects. So it is opening the project part, right? Now again, what we built? We built a scrums, right? So it's a scrum of that project. So we are working on that part. So it's opening scrum, and then it is looking into list. So that page is rendering. So it follows specific style of URL routing. So similar thing we have to build in our application. So right now, let's suppose our application, front end application. Yesterday we look into it, different folder structures we look into it, and we go through what are different files it contains. So now let's suppose I run it. I'm running it thoroughly. So it says nothing is there. Why? Because I'm not in this front end folder. Let's go back to front end folder and again run that command. So now it's running. So it what will do? It will run at localhost. And what the port number? 5173. So that the default port of white projects. So anything that is a white project is here. So this is a thing you can look out. Now the browser is running. You can click this button. These are the things. These are the links basically. So you can see now it could have routes. So for adding the route, we require router. But before that, let's build focus on that one thing, our task. That is in front end, our task is to create the component. Now you can see things changes, but it doesn't change. So what does that mean? So there is thing that is changing with some of the state it changes. How that can be achieved? That is known as the reactivity. So whenever I react with one of the one of the component, it changes states and sends the data. So first we will create a component. So let's get back to the code, and we can see that there is a component name as hello world. So let's keep it for now. We will use this as a reference, or you can even say that this can be used for any other things. And let's build another component here itself. And let's say what you're building. You're building a sidebar. So naming convention should be like this: side bar dot view. Now as I entered this, there is nothing written. So first thing is there. What is that? Script. So format is, I will write a script. And then here it is setup. Now after that script, what is there? There is a template. So you know the basic template is ready. And what's the after this? There should be style that is within the scope, and this is a thing we can look out for. So this is a thing we are ready with. So now you can see we have built something, and let's suppose this is a sidebar, and in sidebar component, what I want something written as, let's say h1 is with the h1 tag, side sidebar is added in the application. So now I have written this code. But does this really make any effect on the thing that is running? Let's say we save it. Does it make any effect? No. No changes can be reflected. So let's suppose I refresh, nothing is there. But now, what to do? You are wondering. We have written this much. So this is a component you have written. That is fine. But that thing is not rendered on the app.view. So that's the part it is rendering. So now you can add a rendering part here. Like here it's imported hello world. So you can import. Let's say you imported sidebar from component.sidebar view, and you will add that sidebar component here. Let's say got it. So I have imported sidebar and used it as a not this is a tag in HTML, becomes a tag, and that itself we imported in a tag format. Now let's see, we have saved this and what happens here. So let's refresh it. Still I can't see, right? So what happened? So let's suppose we add it here. We move it here on the top, just after this. And let's restart the server to test once. So you can see now something is added, right? So we are looking for sidebar that should be on side page, not on the other part. So for this we require some CSS. So what is CSS? Cascading style seed. So it means it will cascade the styling part. How does our application looks? So let's say something looks bold, something look small, big. You can see different types of things, like this is bold. This is looks like a button but has a black color in background and white color written. There's a component, now you can see it's smaller than these things. These things look blue. Why this looks blue? Why this looks gray? So all those things can be added in the CSS. So for that we are using what we are using? We were using Tailwind CSS. So let's look. Is there any component in Tailwind that makes a sidebar, and how to use that? So let's say we write we want to build a sidebar using Tailwind. So I am also learning with you, so you can choose anything. So let's say I'm officially going to this page. You can visit any other page if you found. So let's say sidebar, I want to have sidebar like this, but I will change accordingly, right? So we will see everything is already ready. So this is not good thing, because these are paid, so we don't require paid versions. So let's say this one, Preline UI. So I visited another site which is not paid. You will find many other things in the paid version. So this is the basic empty sidebar. Now let's say this kind of thing we were looking for. So now you can see sidebar navigation is here. And first let me copy this and use this. And then I will make you understand each line of the sidebar code. So in the component, let's add this. So now everything, let's start with the first thing. First thing is it is written This is known as a comment line. You can add a comment in the template section itself. So now it's again adding a div. In div there is a button. So let me put it inside, and in button it's written open. So it's a button, and what are these things? So styling is given in format of class. So these all are three, few things are class and few things are styling. So we will let me know, I'll let you know everything. So let's start. So I don't know about pi2, but this is inline flex. So something displays in an inline flex format. So this is a pixel, px3 is a pixel size in the x format, and this is a pixel in y format. That's 2 and 3. So now this is the content that need to be there. That will be in center, justify center. Item center means again it's center by vertical and horizontal. All sort of those things you are fixing that thing. Now how much gap should be between two texts, that is written by this text start, and how that background should be of our sidebar, that is written by background. Then you have provide the border color, what the text color should be, how text should be, small, big, small, large, or something, medium. You can write on how font could be, let's say extra bold, medium bold, regular. There are options, so you can look for that. We can change this. Even you can remove multiple things. How the shadow should look like, how it align the text. Then this is special thing. So hover, this means when you use a hover effect. So this is a hover. So when I go this is a hover. So when I hover this, the background color will change to this part. And what is 950 means? So there's some opacity, transparency, and shades. All sort of those things makes these numbers. So we will use these things. Then there's a focus, and all sort of those things you can see now. And now this, what this means? So this specifies that whenever in a dark mode, how this should look like. So this is the apps pop-up, when there is pop-up or in a control. So these things you can see. So this is the one thing of button only. Now you can see. So just a toggle button. If let's say if he is opening in the phone or something. So first look into it, how it's looking. Now you can see it's looking like this, right? So we see it is looking like this, but that need to be displayed here in this side, left side. So in the app.view, so you can see these things. So let me add a style for sidebar. So I have to restart again. So tomorrow we will look something that will not, so that we will not be restarting every time. It will get updated every time automatically. So now you can see fixed left. These are things, it is not looking good, right? So you can see that things are coming here, the thing which are there in the Tailwind CSS. Dashboard, calendar, documentation. So now we have to fix this. So we will fix this again from tomorrow. And why it is happening, so we will look into it. Like there could be possible that in this style.css you are fixing somewhere something like that, or let's say we don't want to do anything in the view app.view and all sort of those things. So let's build one of the component like a sidebar and let's fix that here. Now similarly you can look how that it look like it has written here. We have added our HTMLs and CSS. And let's suppose we want to make it position relative. And width, let's say 20% instead of pixels. Now we know we have to rerun it, and similarly we can add this here in our style. And let's say we fix the background color as white. So we can see no change, right? And let's suppose I don't want these links. So first let me remove this. Or we are in the div. So let's even move this in before div. Now we will see some changes. Still no change. So let's remove this div. And in hello world.view, what we will do, we will remove these things as well in the template. So let's make it a clear template, plain template. There is nothing in the content. So now there is a navbar only in the center. And now we can see what are different things it have. So let's remove these stylings as well for logo and all sort of those things. And let's say in CSS, how does that looks? We remove these things. So we are changing these things in the application. Whenever it sees the button, it sets the color to this. Now you can see something has changed from center to left. Something didn't change. So let's say we have seen this HTML for this. That it should work, but they didn't work. So we will look into it. So first thing, let's say we remove this or navigation button itself. We want to keep the sidebar only. So these are things we have started with. So we can see the CSS is not working inside here because let me show you something. For the same thing, let's say I want to make a class is equals to sidebar. Let me show you something that this is not working. So we will come back to this again tomorrow and we will see why it is not working. But for that, let me show you. This is inbuilt sidebar. And let's suppose I want to add styling for it. Position fixed left instead of relative. Now I write is fixed left. So let's search for sidebar where it is written. It is written 8 times, so we can see 4 times here, 5 times there, 6 times there. Now we can see it is good to go. Let's save this, restart this, and we are here. So now there is an error in the component. So nav ends here, it ends here, this divs end here, starts, this also starts, and this finish adds here and here. So for the timing, let's suppose I have deleted this. Oh, there's a mistake here. Attribute name cannot contain you, something like this. So it is not taking this, now you know. So let's remove this first. We will again come back here and see why it is not working. But for the timing, let me show you that we have built something. So what we see that this is not been added. And now you know it is few errors which we can resolve this. So now you can see there is a white and it is written something. Width is 40%. We will remove this extra here and refresh it. Let's say we start the server again, and now this time we have this thing here. So we know there are some changes that is required here. So let's say we don't want all of these things. We will add our own CSS at the later stages. These cards, buttons, H1. Now let's refresh it. Again, nothing changes. So let's remove everything and we will do everything from scratch. Let's say nothing is there. No styling is done. Now you can see this is sidebar and background is white. Nothing is there. And let's say change the color of it is as a black. And height should be of 100%. Top 0 and left 0. And what should be color? Color should be white. So it's 100% not looking good. So let's say we write it as 240px in pixel format, and this has 50px. Let's suppose, and every time we have to restart. 1240 pixel, and this should be of 250 pixel. So now you can see it is there. The thing is there. So similarly, we will see even you can we can use the background color as linear gradient. These two colors. Let's suppose it is not visible, so refresh it. Today we are experimenting with the side nav bar. So yes, we are again here. We have something built there. So let's move this here, and for this, let's move this here. This should be hashtag 0000. And this should be hashtag FFFFFF. Or this should be 0F 0F 00 FF, sorry. So let's something like this. So linear gradient is not working. So let's check. We will check back to this as well. Or instead of background color, it's simply write background and then check. Does it work? You can see it works. Instead of background color, it should be background. And now width is okay, but height is too low. So let's suppose we do this. Again run it, refresh it. So nothing matters. So let's do this as a pixel way. 950, something sort of this. Let's suppose what now. We will come back to this learning all the CSS, but before that we will uh, add the tailwind CSS component so that we can have easier build. Now you can see it's look good, right? So we will add the similar color like we have in the component page. We will select the color because we have those things here, the color code itself here. So let's suppose we have a color code linearly from top. So now I have used something. So let's restart and see what color it shows. So now you can see it is showing similar color, not the same color, and just in opposite way. So from top to top. So we will remove this as from to bottom. All right. So this is a thing I want to show you for the basics for now that you can add a component in the app.view. Tomorrow we will start with the first application of first page. That's the login page. We will create those things from tomorrow. So today we looked into these things and we learned about these things. Hope you like it. Thank you.